We're live?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Good. Welcome back, dudes. Welcome back. Rob,
Yeah.
how was the birthday date?
Oh, it was nice. It was nice.
Nice. Good. Judy, hello.
Hello.
Patrick, hello.
Hello.
Russell,
Mm,
are you staying cool in your tin can, man? Holy
No.
shit. I was gonna say, dude, the last couple of days have been a scorcher up here in Nipa.
It's somewhere between 90 and 92 in here right now.
Oh my god.
It's
Only
okay.
about to crack an egg on his desktop.
He's stark naked.
You know
No.
what? Pixar didn't happen.
Hmm? That's all.
Uh,
Mm,
Last week, the party completed their first sortie for the Opal Corporation, partnering with Captain Felix to apprehend Harlow, an escaped convict that was being stored on the top side of Brawl. He came to, for reasons unknown, to essentially break his brother Jude out. Um, Upon stealing a very valuable necklace from the Opal Corporation during the commotion of your party's trial, Harlow had seemed to have been overcome with the numbing plague, this affliction that seems to not really have any prejudice as of yet, and except this time it manifested in a different um, way. Um, his hands kind of froze up and shattered, his fingers shattered, but in place he was able to grow and manifest this sharp ice blade. Um, Eventually, after being downed, his body essentially melted, but lo and behold, there was no liquid at his feet, just his loose clothing. And you watched as this apparition or soul of some sort that was Harlow ascended into the sky. And as you guys are tracking this spirit entity floating up to the sky, you peaked something with a massive wingspan, hundreds and hundreds of miles up in the sky in the astral sea. They kind of met at an intersection, and this entity continued flying in the astral sea. Kind of left with more questions than answers, you return to the Opal Corporation headquarters, where Ethan thanked you all for procuring the object and stated that it would be the reward for the sortie. Before eventually talking to you all and stating that he would be preparing and being in contact with the sponsors for the next sortie to dispatch your crew on. Um, you guys have still not made up your mind for the name of your crew, so it's just going to be Quack from for until you guys figure that out.
Eh.
Um, I know. The chants in the streets are kind of funny sounding, but either way. But right now, you guys are um, in this time period. You have a long rest, so you guys are all kind of rested up, got everything back. One thing I will note is it wouldn't hurt before to keep in mind ammunition, any supplies would be perfect time. In the meantime, waiting for Ethan to procure next sortie. Now would be the time to do so.
Z would like to do more work.
Oh, okay.
Gosh. Oh, that's disgusting.
Listen, he's on a new place. He wants to enjoy life, and if you're good at something, you don't do it for free. You know what I'm saying?
I love that he assumes he's good at it. That's the best part.
I mean,
It's like,
listen,
okay.
Z knows what he's working with.
uh, the necklace, does that need attunement?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I think I need to do this. Hold on.
Yes, the boxes are now darker boxes.
I know, right? It's going to happen. Get rid of this. Try to find something that requires a 2 minute because it's coded differently. Under rarity. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Cool. Thank you. Good call, Russell. But you guys have some downtime right now for you guys to do whatever. Z, you're heading out into doing some work. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, the
Okay.
what is it? Hold on, I've got it in my notes. Let me pull up my
Mm-hmm.
notebook. We're going to the Red Canary.
You're gonna head back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember how you had me do this last time, so.
Well, this time.
Last time. This time.
I know, right?
Straight up to Buskus.
It doesn't take you long to find your way there. It's not too far from. I mean, the city's pretty compact.
Mm-hmm.
Brawl is probably about 2 miles wide.
Oh,
So, you know, it could take you anywhere from like 10, 15 minutes to walk wherever you want to within the city. Up to like 30 minutes, depending on, you know, foot traffic. But
Mm-hmm.
you're working on that. Are you... How long are you going to spend there?
I would like to. Okay. What time is it when we had like finished the sortie, talked to Homie, and
I mean, I would say like mid-afternoon, maybe like 2, 3 in the afternoon.
okay. I'll stay there till nighttime, until it's dark and I go back to the barracks.
You're spending like, you know, 4 or 5 hours there,
Is there?
we'll say. Roll a d4.
Oh, it's a 1.
Oh man, you find one patron.
Okay.
So for each hour you work, you can roll. Well, let me think. Roll it 3 more times. A d4. Or you
Okay.
just roll 3 d4s.
That's much better. A 4,
Okay.
a 2, and a 4.
Okay. So, on the rolls that are 4s,
Mhm.
3 or 4s, you find somebody who takes up your services, and the services are essentially paid out 5 gold pieces
Mm-hmm.
for each session, plus a tip. Now you can roll a d20 for 2 d20s, and that's going to be your tip, depending on how well you performed.
Ooh, 5 and a
Okay. Okay. All right. So 25 gold pieces for. It's not bad
2. Not bad at all.
for a night's work. And I also need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
I was wondering.
Oh, from this
Just-
diggy,
I was wondering. Okay.
Okay. Good. Nice.
from the diverticulitis.
Oh no.
Ooh. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Homie, at least you had a +1. That's good.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm gonna call these your love rolls.
I'm cool with it.
You've got 1 failed love roll.
Oh no.
It'll come back.
It'll come back.
Next time.
Next time.
Next time. My God dang. I got gout.
Yeah, I got it.
Mid boss, suddenly your pants are on fire.
Straight up.
Either that is some one of my patrons comes by and is like, "You've got a son."
Bro, you have a son.
I'm fighting a beholder. What do you mean?
Who are you?
Who are you?
But yeah, I mean, successful night of work for you. The Red Canary has washroom for the contractors who work there, and you clean up, and it's kind of nighttime for you. Niklaus, what would you like to do? I would say like Ethan talks to you guys and says, "Hey, later tonight, I will get with you all after I speak to some of the sponsors and see what next steps are. We can kind of send you guys on, especially kind of evaluating your everyone's performance in the last sortie."
So out back of this building is like a bazaar type area.
Yeah. So the Opal Corporation headquarters is connected directly to the Great Market. It's a chaotic expanse of small vendors. You walk through there. There's street performers, people swallowing blades, people guessing everyone's weights, which is hilarious because it's different on the Rock Brawl. There's beggars you come across, and you can tell that this is a space where folks who are traveling through stop by to kind of like, it's like a tourist shop in some areas, right? You can find a lot of exotic items, meats, food, herbs. This is a great place to procure items that are needed for whatever you would, especially for you, Niklaus, what you would kind of be looking for. But you know, one thing that you have all kind of been told as like kind of like initiation, but as kind of a heads up, being part of the Opal Corporation, is the Great Market and Brawl does have its fair share of pickpockets. So it's important to make sure you secure your purse or pouch, whatever you prefer. Coin purses are making a comeback, boys.
Sure are.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Holla at you.
That long-winded explanation, JD, is for you to know that yes, it's a really nice market, and you're muted.
All right. Well, here we are. Welcome everybody.
Hello.
I'm just gonna take a look around, see what we got there. Looking for looking for a what do you call it? A opponent pouch. I could procure one, and also looking for something I could use as an arcane focus. I believe I can use my gauntlet, but I'm gonna look around. We're just gonna take a look around.
Make I would say a perception check.
Sure.
Being in a new place, there's so many different vendors and stuff, and it's strange. You'll have like a person who's selling dried meats right next to somebody who has like fine jewelry. It takes longer than you anticipate. You get kind of turned around a couple times because it's so compact. It's not nice, where it's not like there's a straight rows of people like a traditional flea market. It's kind of just like, here's a pop-up tent and here's another one.
Here's a
But it's a pop-up. People out here pitching tents. But you do kind of wander around. You come across someone who provides objects and components. Not necessarily an herbalist or an alchemist, but they have kind of like the basic necessities you need. Coming across a component pouch. Component pouch. Help if I spelled it right, boys and girls.
Component.
You can purchase one for 30 gold pieces.
Right, I will do that.
All right.
And
The
we
first
didn't
sale of
get,
the night.
we didn't get paid for the last sortie. That was just the medallion, right?
Yeah, that was Silver's complaint too,
Okay. I was just making sure. I didn't.
or somebody's complaint.
Yeah.
That's my complaint. My complaint.
That is, yes. I mean, let's be fair. Silver would probably be kind of like, really, dude.
100%.
You're gonna skimp out on this? Come on, bro. We almost died.
Like we get paid, bro.
Yeah. But you know, Sieg can attest to how much the necklace, the amulet's worth. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But your component pouch is in your inventory, and you are looking for a arcane focus, yeah?
Yeah. So I don't actually know. What can I use as arcane focuses? Do they have to be magical, or could they be really anything?
Well, let's take a look. Man. Let's see. Oh my god, this thing is like redirecting me like 8 different pages. It's hilarious. It's like refer to spellcasting for arcane focus. Refer to equipment for arcane focus. Bro, just help me. Here we go. Yes. Beautiful. It's specific items that are kind of Nicholas, that are kind of geared towards essentially just focusing magics. Things like crystals, orbs. You can have a rod, a staff, or a more traditional wand.
Right. I'd like to try to find a nice necklace with a big crystal in it, or
Okay.
about a 22 gold crystal in it,
24
approximately.
karat gold crystal. Okay. Let's see. Is there a table for this? What is this? Oh my god. Is there a table for that? Oh. There's a freaking table in here that's for selling things. I love it. Selling a magic item. Incredible. Make another perception check.
Oh,
Oh, a bit better there. You find one pretty quick. You find somebody who has like a litany of necklaces that are all kind of like more of like a silver type make. Uh-oh. See what you did, Niklaus?
I'm so sorry.
Bumped into a kid in the market and knocked him over onto the
What
pavement.
the hell?
Straight mowed her over. You find a guy who's selling kind of different kind of focuses. Standalone orbs that you can hold in your hand, and some that are like wands that are made of nondescript breeds of wood. But he does have a few necklaces that are silver. There's kind of this light red, not quite pink. It's more of it's a light red. It's not pink. Crystal that's set into like a silver necklace. There's one that's more of like a topaz, kind of this like bright yellow crystal, and there's a blue crystal that's kind of this this sky blue crystal.
Now, sir or madam, I don't know, whatever you are, this yellow, yeah, that wasn't meant to be offensive. I just actually don't know.
I
This
have a beard.
Oh, well, hey, you never know anymore.
Fair.
This yellow crystal,
Yes.
how much would this piece be?
I can give it to you for 12 gold pieces.
12?
The one in the necklace, yeah?
Yeah, for the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think I like that.
You taking
I
the
think
topaz one?
I will take the topaz one.
Okay. So this is the crystal itself was a little bit smaller than a pool like an 8-ball, but it's nice. It's like those kind of those bigger bouncy balls they have, but it'll suffice for what you want. Let me see. Boom. There.
Thank you. All right, that's it. That's it for me. I will I'll just continue walking around, but not looking to buy anything else.
Okay. Oberon is currently meditating, but we can follow up with if there's anything you wanted to procure. Not a big deal. Sieg,
That is
anything you would like to kind of achieve this afternoon for discussing things with Ethan?
yeah. So in my travels, have I seen anyone selling like hoods or like scarves of any capacity or something like of the sort?
Yeah, there's a more brick and mortars place that has more tailored items that they don't want out exposed. And you wander by, they have like cloaks, they have hoods, they have scarves, and like all sorts of designs.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip into there.
Okay. You pop in, and there's a litany of stuff in here. So you can kind of peruse around and kind of look for something specific if you would like.
Kind of just like almost like a scarf I can like that's long enough to wrap into a hood if I want to. Essentially, is kind of what I'm
Okay.
looking for.
Yeah.
Like a Birkin?
Not to assume, but black.
Yeah.
Okay. Cost you a gold piece. You have procured that. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Dad,
What's up?
I just want to give you a hug.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Love you, dude.
No.
You're sweaty. It's hot out, isn't it?
And then I would like to try to inquire about a potion, just like a potion of healing from somewhere.
Absolutely.
Like ish.
It's making a note about your long black scarf because it's going to come up in the future, just like the love rolls.
Mm-hmm.
The scarf rolls stays warm, is comfy in bed.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
That's also a
there is a stand within the Great Market that has different types of potions, and you inquire with them, and they're offering to sell like a standard potion of healing for like 60 gold pieces for one, and that's a 2d4 plus 2 is essentially the healing for that.
Yeah, might as well.
You getting one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Hold on. Deliberation, no breathing. Oh, scheiße. I need to go get allergy pills tomorrow. Oh, son of a bitch. What you deliberating over there, buddy?
Don't you worry about it.
Okay,
All spooky like.
Yeah, don't you worry about it.
Okay,
Deliberation, no breathing.
He has a whole nother boat to control. Hadron's whatever. Gotta give him time.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hadron's whatever crew. I don't know what it's called.
I will make Hatteron eat this party if I have to.
Don't let Silver know.
He will do what now?
He will do what now?
3 of you have seen Hadron give the Soul Sucker 9000. He'll do it again. Damn it.
The Soul Sucker 9000.
I don't know,
Mm.
man.
No resistance.
He hasn't fought against the old steampunk leg himself.
You think I'm scared of a robot?
Yeah.
He ain't not a robot, he's a cyborg.
A
Okay?
cyborg.
Oh, those Eldritch blasts, they weren't really accurate. Just kept
Let's worry about
flying off. Flying off
What
in the
happened
distance.
last time, bro?
Okay,
What did I miss?
You just remember the guy that stood there, became a mortar in that final fight in the fucking burning city, and just was destroying shit.
Alright,
Remember
alright.
that?
So, as
I
far
remember.
as your question, Rob, last week all we did was set a trap for what's his face, Juice's brother.
Yeah, Juice's brother.
We were all out in the field, and he come by, and we jumped him. And like Tim said, like he had the numbing plague, but he had a little bit of control over it. It seemed.
Yeah.
We were asked not to kill him, but
Sorry.
kind of had
So
to
we-
because
so
he
we
had
killed
the
him.
plague. Yeah.
I seen on my freaking doorbell camera that Phoenix was walking in an area he wasn't supposed to be, and I go out there and because I only seen him on the camera. I was like, what the fuck is he doing out there? They were just going to get ice cream. I was like, what the fuck?
Neat. Let's go.
Told them like, you better bring me back a freaking chocolate milkshake, dogs.
Mmm.
Oh, the shocking milk.
No, I'm talking about shit. Anywho's,
Yep, sorry, buddy.
no, you're
Now I want chocolate milk drink.
So you got your potion of healing. That's in your inventory.
I would also like to see if I could maybe inquire about a set of like the boot ice picks you get for your shoes in the winter to like grip into the ice. I want to see if I can get a pair of those.
For your feet,
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what else you'd use it on. I guess for your
That's
feet.
what I mean. I was like, what else is he gonna use?
Could you get in my hands?
It was like a forehead one.
Oh, I know, right? Just hang there from your head on the fucking
From the
iceberg,
dome. Hey, if that's
fucking
a
Titanic.
possibility.
But you head over to like a general wares, which is where, there's a decent sized tent that seems to be doing actually decent for itself. There's a lot of like-minded adventurers. You see some folks that are also adorning the opal medallion there, getting supplies. It seems to be like an adventurer supplies type shop, and you're able to procure like what we consider like ice shoes, which you can strap onto your boots and take them off, and they're decently sized. I would say that's probably going to run you about like 4 gold pieces. For nice high quality, they're going to be durable, they'll last you, they won't fucking break on you.
4 gold, you bet your sweet pippy.
Sweet baby.
I'm going to add that to your inventory as ice pick shoes, because English, I don't know really what you would call them. And they're about a pound a pop, so 2 pounds for the set.
Alright, does this place happen to sell any rope?
Dude, they've got rope. They've got a barrel that looks empty, and they're trying to convince you there is rope in it.
He said, bro, they got rope.
Dude, they've got some rope. You don't understand. They have, you can get 50 feet of hempen rope for 1 gold piece. They also offer silk rope, which is way more expensive. You just want traditional like hempen rope is fine with you?
Yeah, get me 2 of it. So 2.
You bet.
That's a 50.
Rope 2. There you go.
I think that will do it for me, and then I'm just gonna kind of go back and tinker around with that amulet, see if I can, or the necklace, and see if I can make any headway with it.
Oh,
Are you
I
trying
wanna.
to? Are you trying to attune to it?
Yeah, like C not really knowing magic is gonna kind of like recall the fight, kind of like slowly piece together that that's what's his face was using to do everything, and then kind of maybe try to attune to it to see if he's capable.
Yeah. You're working on that.
I want
Were
to.
you
Can
gonna
I
say
meet up with
Niklaus?
him while he's
I would
doing that?
doing the attunement.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'd presume Sieg you'd probably head back to wait for word from Ethan and kind of
Yeah,
hang out in the room.
Once I get the rope, I'm heading back to
Yeah.
my room to.
You guys would probably meet up in the kind of that barracks room you guys have for the crew.
Sieg, do you mind if I take a look at that real quick? I promise to give it back. I just what's his face? Ethan gave me gave me the chills, if you know what I mean. I want to see if there's anything, maybe a tracker or something on there. I don't know how much I trust him.
I mean, he seemed to think everybody gives you the chills, but sure, here. And Siegel kind of hand it over to him.
Okay.
With the limited enchanting knowledge I have, can I try to see if there's... I know I've already looked at it once, but try to see if there's any sort of tracking or anything nefarious going on with this piece?
I would say make a investigation check.
Sure.
Investigate the nature of it, as well as kind of see if there's anything more to it than the base enchantment. It's almost a 20.
Almost.
Do you see it? Do you see it tease you?
Yeah.
I mean, like, like, as far as like when it was created, you can tell like this is a very, very new piece. There's very minimal signs of wear. The stone cut is still very nice. The opal's like beautiful. It's round. And then there's like sigils on the kind of the outside of the. Here, I'll show you. I'll share it again so you can kind of see. There's sigils on the outside of areas of it as well that seem to kind of match up with what the enchantment is. It's a transmutation enchantment. But like, things that you've kind of encountered before, kind of looked at your base knowledge, it seems to be you don't see anything nefarious. You don't see any kind of like demonic runes or anything that correlates to divination magic, which is probably the one thing that would kind of key you off if it had a tracker in it or something along those lines.
And it is the same one that I had taken a look at before we went to Ethan. It seems to be the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Good call.
All right.
Yep.
All right,
It's a
Zeke.
beautiful piece.
It seems great. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I just want to be one step ahead of this if something happens.
Not understood. Yeah. I mean, what gave you any sort of inclination something was wrong?
Well, I guess with what happened with Jude's brother Harlow, it seems that this illness can sit dormant in people for quite some time. I think I'm going to be precautious with most people that we meet from now on. That's why I was kind of feeling up on Ethan. He did feel a little cold, but it could have just been the room. It doesn't necessarily mean he's sick.
I mean, could it possibly be a case of you and Sieg's gonna kind of like roll up his sleeve a little and kind of like hold his arm out to Niklaus? I mean, do I feel cold?
Let me see. I'll reach down and try to see if he is cold.
I would probably say Sieg is probably a little bit cooler than what you'd expect, but then again, you've revealed your true nature to like Niklaus, right?
The party knows what I look like.
Yeah, so you don't really know if that's due to his species metabolism or something else, but He seems cooler to the touch.
Well, I guess it's too hard to say. I'll have to gain more data before we can make any conclusions. But I
mean,
don't want to be pointing fingers.
In combat with Harlow, like it was distinct.
Hmm.
It wasn't like a ooh, you kind of feel cold, like you're standing in front of like an air conditioner or something like that, or you just came in from outside. Like it was
An active coldness.
it was it was permeating, right? It
Right.
wasn't like you touched their skin and oh you're a little bit cold. It was like you would in their presence you can kind of feel the chill, like the space around them is altered almost.
Right. Well, it may be worth looking into maybe a powerful cleric or something here that could sense the illness or something.
Well, I mean, doesn't that kind of go against the point of them knowing about it? If that was the case, it seems like they would just gather people with early symptoms and move them.
Well, yes, but they aren't really doing anything about it, are they? I mean, they say they are, but it doesn't seem like they care. So I'm wondering if it's some sort of cover up. They just, turn a blind eye because they've all got it. Who knows?
Unfortunately, I'm not able to help severely here. If this was, Neverwinter, I could have people look into it. But unfortunately, we're not there.
Yes. Well, maybe someday we can go back.
I hold very loosely to that open dream.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let the rest of the players play now.
Who are the players? What is a player?
Oh, there's a player, all right.
What's
More
a
of a player. Silver.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give you a little bit of info, I'm not sure if you kind of picked Pat's brain at all, but the sortie went rather smooth. I mean, Harlow died. His what's presumed to be his soul or something of that left Brawl in a state that all of you guys were kind of thrown off by because this is not something anyone has kind of encountered before. But your gun shot true,
of course it did.
and everything else, Marv was all good. But yeah, you kind of returned, and you have some downtime to kind of, maybe procure some things for the next adventure or whatever you'd like to do. You got like 4 or 5 hours.
So what did I use anything? Like did I?
Like maybe
Like-
2 bullets.
Okay. I would like to top off my ammo if I can, and maybe see if I can find some like alternate forms of ammunition.
Oh, okay. So, pistol ammunition, you can probably get 20 rounds for like 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, I can add it to your inventory. Whoops. Where's your inventory? Here it is.
I think that's fine. I think I'll take 20 because I think I.
Okay. So that would be 11,
Oh, you're already done, sure.
and that would be, we'll say you got enough so you had 60, right?
Okay.
So now you have 60 bullets, just to round up, make it easy to kind of keep track.
Okay.
5 gold pieces, drop in the bucket. Used to it, maintenance. And, take time to kind of work on your pistol, clean it up now that, you have a little bit of downtime, so you kind of work on cleaning it a bit. But you do have some more time that's available to you after kind of wandering around. There's a lot going on in the Great Market. The city's kind of bustling, and there's a lot of different stuff that's available to you here. Whatever accommodations you'd like to look into.
Yeah, there wasn't any like alternate forms of ammunition or just regular pistol ammo.
You looking for something along the lines of like piercing or like
Yeah, just something weird, maybe my guy who does all my augments got something experimental or something like that, something like that.
Yeah, make a Make make an investigation check.
Let's
Was
see.
I able to attune to that necklace after I was done?
Oh yes,
Okay. I wanted
yes.
to double check
If you
before I
wanted
did
to,
anything.
yep, absolutely. Yeah, wow. 15, pretty damn good. You talk to your dude.
I forget his name. What's his name?
He's a Zarmak.
Zarmak, bro.
He's a
Zarmak.
plasma. He says that he
My
doesn't
plasma
deal with um ammunition for items. He has his own stockpile, but he does kind of point you into some guy who's set up shop temporarily in the Great Market that has different types of items, like piercing rounds that will deal
Ooh.
like more penetration, and essentially give you. And if you're talking with him, you go to that guy. He has these rounds that are made with a specific alloy that it just pierces through like more efficiently in terms of like hardened or like heavily armored. I mean, as well as leather armored individuals. So essentially, does like an additional point of damage. So he can sell you
If
20
they're
of,
armored or something like that.
or even if they're just flesh, right?
Oh,
Like
okay.
imagine getting hit with an armor piercing round and like just blasted.
You
um,
okay?
just yay. Um, he's probably gonna sell it. He can sell you 20 for it's a gold piece each.
A gold piece each.
Yes,
I will
so you can buy
take.
however many you want.
I will just take 5.
Okay, and let's see
I already
inventory.
modified my. Yeah. Even if you wanted to just throw it in
I'm
my
gonna
inventory,
I'm gonna add it as
and then I'll just take them down as I
piercing
need them.
rounds. I'm gonna do 5. Oh, where are we? 5. Didn't really weigh anything. And I'm gonna add a note here. Oops. Dope. There. I put a little note on there just so you can kind of open it up and make sure.
Sick. Yeah,
But
Silver's
yeah,
got
it'll add +1 to and you feel like you've encountered people who can make better ammunition. Like this is like the one dude who's set up here who's kind of like,
Oh, okay.
um but for you you're like, all right, it's better
All
than
right.
like just a steel ball.
Sweet. I also want to see if I can track down any information on the ghostly ship that might have that took out my crew and the ship that I was on, as well as the type of pirates that were manning the vessel.
Yes. Make an investigation check.
Investigating one more
Yeah.
time.
Nice.
Oh,
Good
baby.
investigation rolls.
Yes. Lady Luck is with me tonight.
Sorry.
You're good.
Would this be you've gone to a typical kind of hangout spot. There's an alleyway that opens up between some houses that has essentially a it's like a 30 by 30 foot kind of little like alleyway. It's like not a cul-de-sac, but it's like this strange space between the buildings of a square where they don't really meet up perfectly square. So there's this rather there's this bigger opening, and there's like random crates here. There's rubbish on the ground, but there's some folks who are posted up on like wooden crates that are um, smoking a pipe. One's kind of drinking out of a bottle, just kind of hanging out. They look ruffian, but you kind of spot Juan, and Juan kind of looks at you and he goes, "Fucking great. Hey, what do you want?"
Yeah, A1. What's going on?
Just chilling. He kind of takes a swig out of a flask he has.
Yeah, swig out of the flask. Can I just do a cursory glance of him? Can I perceive to see if he looks inebriated beyond that the liquor
Oh yeah.
imbibing would
Make Yeah, I know what you mean. Make a insight check.
Son of a
Um,
gun.
I mean, like, he doesn't even seem wasted. He seems like pretty level.
I'm
And
glad you're keeping yourself clean.
and you chalk it up to perhaps maybe he doesn't have money right now.
He's just low on fun.
Yes.
I'm glad I could catch you. I had another couple of questions I wanted to ask you.
All right. What's up, man? You caught me in a good mood.
Oh shoot, what was the name? I think I forgot to write down the name. So I've been writing all of my notes.
You think really hard and you rip out Hatteron.
Thank you.
Hatteron's ship.
Oh, I do. Hatteron's devotion, ship with black sails. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hatteron's devotion.
I know
badass,
that.
right, Russell?
Sure.
Wait, what does he know about it? Wait, what happened last time?
No, nothing. Hatteron is Russell's old character who made some dealings
Oh, okay.
with an entity.
Let me get back into character.
Straight up.
Pirate's life for me. I know we talked about
covers
this
his
a
one
couple
eye.
times. I know we've talked about this many a time before, but I was just hoping maybe you heard something new about you know who.
He kind of looks over at one of the guys that's sitting over there. Hey, fuckface, come over here. This dude like kind of like finishes like this bottle of like presumably some type of ale or meat or something, smashes it in the ground. And like this little like hangout place they have is very much so like a place like teenagers would hang out at, where like it's just a random abandoned area and it's just fucking trash and shit. He's just like smashed on the ground. He comes over, he goes, "Hey, what's up, man? So, you want to hear about what I heard, eh?"
Yeah, what did you hear about you know who and his crew?
Starts licking his lips and rubbing his fingers together, like looking for some coin. He's like, "Listen, man, you gotta loosen these lips, baby. You know how it is. I ain't got no ship to sink, so I don't have to worry about my loose lips sinking ships. You know what I'm saying?"
Something to loosen your lips, huh?
Yeah, brother.
I'll
wet my whistle. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I pull out a gold coin that once again has chiseled into it, not for what is it, crack? What are they?
Yeah.
Not what do they call it?
Spice.
Spice. Not for spice. Engraved into it. I got a couple. I made these just for him, baby.
Yeah.
Just for him. Let's see how well this will wet your whistle.
Grabs it and bites down on it. Is it a real gold coin?
Yeah, hand him a real gold coin.
Yeah. He's like, I don't do that spice shit like Juan does. Puts in there. So, man, you should listen to this. I was on this ship.
What?
Right? What?
What do you mean like Juan does? Who the hell are ye? I take a good look at him. I thought he was Juan.
Oh, this is the other guy. Juan wanted his buddy to come over to tell you about.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, damn.
Juan doesn't have any other info that he's already kind of given you, but his buddy seems to have. Yeah. But like Juan hanging out with these other couple guys is probably not the worst idea to give him a coin that also says not for spice.
Not for spice.
Just to be safe,
this goes for you and all of your friends here. Not for spice. You're probably gonna feel real dumb using that to buy spice, okay?
As you're yelling, the one guy, the third character's over there, like kind of like passed out, half on a crate, and he like after you kind of holler, and he like wakes up quick, rolls over to a sack of garbage, and just goes, and then he just continues to sleep. But this guy, he's like, "Yeah, man, listen." And kind of bites down the gold coin again, looks at it, he's like, "All right," puts it in his pocket. He's like, "I was working with this salvage crew. And we went to this asteroid, and there was some weird shit going on there, man. There was a ship that was in this asteroid field, and they came really close to us, and I could have swore there was something that was flipping me off that didn't have any skin on its hand, dude. And I was like, I turned to my buddy and I was like, "Yo, Bill, do you see that?" And he looks, and the thing just like the ship just kind of jarred off, and that was like I don't know, a couple weeks ago. And then he had some fucking like big ass dragon skull on the back of the ship. It was fucking dope. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I did to piss him off. Some people, man.
Yeah, what do you mean an asteroid? Which one? Which sector are you in?
No, it's about a couple too far from here. There's other stuff. Usually mine for like gold. It's also a place where what the fuck are they called? One? Oh yeah. It's just the Royal Guard. They have people they hire to go mine ice from asteroids to drop in the lake over here to supply the water. But we were out there looking for metals and stuff. We didn't really get much.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I
and
got paid for that.
has anybody
Son of a
else
bitch.
seen anything around? Maybe one of your crewmates or one of your buddies?
Like that's probably about the extent. They were heading far off. This is probably like a day or two trip out if you're heading towards the it's in the direction of the lilac crystal sphere. It's about a couple days travel on ship, but they were headed in that direction too. Like I watched this motherfucker flip me off, and there's a bunch of people on board, or at least I think they're far away. They took off in that direction towards that crystal sphere.
Yeah, and they
That's
saw
pretty
you
far
and they
trip.
left you alive, huh? They didn't even try attacking you?
Well, there was a lot of other ships around. I don't think they want to know like trouble. You know how pirate crews are, man. You know Juan. This motherfucker tell me stories about like, hey man, if there's more than one ship, you don't fuck with them because they're probably gonna be dog fighting your ass and shit. I don't mess with that, dude. And that's probably why those motherfuckers are still running around.
Yeah, and it
Assholes.
was just one ship, right?
Oh, dude, this thing was a beaut. It was like a fucking galleon almost. It's huge, bro. Fucking massive. Had like 3 cannons on each side. Probably 2 lower decks, dog. It's crazy, man. Should have seen it.
Yeah,
Should have seen it, dude. It was cool, man. I was like thinking to myself, I was like, like fucking out here, like digging in a fucking dirt of a stupid ass asteroid. I could be out there on a ship. That's real freedom, dude. Like takes a swig of, he like swipes Juan's like flask and takes a swig. Like that's real freedom, dude.
Yeah, there's nothing cool about that ship, mark my words. Cross your stars and hope you don't meet that ship again. You're lucky you saw it once and lived.
Okay. It's kind of, are you good, man? This guy needs. He hands you a flask. You need a drink, dude. Getting all worked up, man. I don't like that vibe here in the fucking.
Yeah,
we
he
call
gets
this the
all
pit.
worked up. Oh, you think this is worked up? How do you think I was after I saw all of my men in my crew slaughtered in front of me by the faceless whores that sailed right by ye and left you alive with the skin on your face and on the ends of your teeth?
Damn, man. The worst thing that's happened to me with pirates is they murdered my little brother, but that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, well.
I didn't see him die. They just said, "Hey, yo, he dead," and I was like, "That's fucked up, dude."
Well, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
You kind of look familiar.
I'm sure you don't know me from your own mother, but let me tell you this.
Has
Maybe
hair like
one.
you.
If you find anything else out, know that I'm still good for the money, okay? You can come find me anytime I'm on the rock, okay?
Sweet, dude. You want to hang out in the pit anytime you come by. We party out here, dude. Sometimes a dude comes over here with a loot. He doesn't really play well, but he does enhances the vibe.
It's not really my scene, but if I can
Look at
get
how
more
you're dressed, bro.
information-
This is your scene, dude. You're like dressed up for like a party or something, man.
What the hell? What's wrong with how I dress?
Nothing, dude. You dress up cool looking and stuff. Look at me. I'm just like fucking plain as shit, man. You're
Well,
out here looking like you got your own ship and stuff. Like you got a lot of ladies waiting for you back home.
my own ship. Uh, well,
Oh, sorry, dude.
yeah. Well, that's all. I'll let you be on to what it is ever the hell you were doing before I got here.
Straight chilling, man, in the pit.
I straight chilling, yeah, in the pit.
In the pit,
Juan,
man.
thank you, but if I see you again, it'll be too soon. Okay. Good
All
day.
right.
And then he just kind of like pistons off, contemplative, uh, thinking about possibilities, what could have been, what was,
Yeah,
what still might be.
true, true. Um, are you heading back to the
Yeah, he'll head back.
headquarters?
He'll head back to the old HQ. To try and see if he can get maybe a little bit more rest
Yeah.
before the before we head off.
All right. Um, everyone at one Oberon does go out for a bit. He returns. Looks like he had his he's gonna kind of have has a longer coat he wears. It looks like it's been altered a bit, but you know, he kind of returns around the same time everybody else kind of congregates in your guys' crews, essentially crew quarters within the headquarters. Wow, that's weird. Um, but time passes. Uh, you know, darkness comes, and Ethan kind of comes in. He goes, "All right, come with me. Let's go to my office."
Office.
Time to
Um,
follow him in.
and then you guys enter Ethan's office, and it's the same kind of this larger space here. And he kind of takes a seat behind his desk, um, and North kind of meets up with you guys as well. Um, and he produces another kind of tube, very similar to the previous sortie that you guys signed off on, or at least North signed off on. And Ethan begins to kind of go into, and he does kind of look a bit concerned. Um, I'm almost like more bothered than the loss of the amulet. He seems kind of a bit off put. He kind of like sits down, pours the drink into a glass, kind of takes a drink of it, and it has a strong scent. Uh, kind of smells like some type of strong whiskey. There's a bit of sweat dripping down the one side of his forehead, and his hair is a bit messy. And he kind of runs his hands back through to kind of get it back seated where he wants it, to kind of try to be professional. And he's like, "Well, there's a bit of a problem that concerns one of our sponsors as well as the corporation itself. Um, there was a sortie out a couple weeks ago. There was an item that was requested to be returned to this sponsor. Some type of book, whether it's some type of magical properties, but tied to extremely dark entities. The sponsor says it connects to a different universe altogether, and this universe itself has entities that are just pure. I wish there was something I could use that's different than evil. Heinous, cruel. See what I did there? But any case, there was a sortie that came through a couple of weeks ago. We sent a mid-level crew out to procure this item, and they have not returned. Um, those medallions that you wear, even if you don't wear them publicly, if they're on your person, they send out essentially distress signal. It's very crude magics. It's a simple magic that's allowed to traverse planes to kind of alert the corporation if you fall. It's very important for us to have tabs on people to make sure if we send somebody on a really high key expedition, that we know they're safe or at least alive. Um, uh, Typically, your contract's null and void if that medallion leaves your person. I did forget to tell you that. So make sure you do have that on yourselves at all times. If you do discard the medallion, that's essentially what's the word for it when you leave your post? AWOL. There's another word for it.
When you abandon your post.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. So it's very vital and key that you all have those on your persons. You don't have to wear it. You don't have to display it. I prefer you do, but in any case, we got 5 signals from our crew. Now, I doubt they all just took them off and threw them on the ground. Either they betrayed us, or they're dead, and very few people live to betray. Trust me. But our sponsors requesting another party sent to acquire the Celestial Codex. This is a book that's very powerful and can influence a person's mind. It's vital to their collection. It was stolen from them. They spent a lot of time using divination magic to identify its location. There is a tale. Most of you are rather new to the astral sea and to the outer wilds of space. Silver, you might not even know the story of where you all be headed next. It's a tale as old as recorded history, and it revolves around this ancient entity. It's known as Shu Shang. This creature is of immeasurable proportions. Massive, larger than some planets. This creature makes pilgrimages across the astral sea. It takes exactly 1,000 years for it to go from the lilac crystal sphere to the frosty crystal sphere. Not much is known about why it takes this path, but it essentially just rotates back and forth. We don't know if it's part of its life cycle. Nobody really knows. People assume there's been etchings in its world's caves before recorded histories, so you can imagine how far back that dates. We do know it's a constant thing. I just kind of letting you know because it's fucking cool. There's a world on its back. This creature houses many cities, civilizations, religions, and there's a thriving religion based on Shu Shang. It is what some refer to as a world turtle, and it treks across the skies. So the sponsor needs another crew to head to Shu Shang. specifically to the large city known as Twice. I know, weird city name, isn't it? Um, but within this city is a mansion, the Delphi's mansion. The sponsor has used divination magic to find out that this book is within Marcos Delphi's hands. Um, he's part of a wealthy family. Um, from what we can procure, and from from our knowledge, our previous crew didn't last long. I mean, they didn't even send any messages back as to what they encountered, what they seen. Um, but I think at this point, Shushang is about 20% on its voyage towards the frosty crystal sphere. So uh, he's going to be closer to the lilac crystal sphere. So um, north, you understand how to get to Shushang. So leave that in your discretion. But do any of you have any questions? There's unfortunately limited information due to the nature of this request as well as the loss of our previous crew members.
Oh, Z, go ahead.
No, I just cleared my throat.
Oh, well, this might sound dark, but it seems like you're sending us to die as well.
Well, what did you think this
Well,
job was? To be honest,
is it
what did
true?
you think it was?
Is it true that we're the first new crew in 20 years?
Oh, yes.
So this crew has been working for over 20 years. They die, and you think us, who it's our second job, can just go and fix this problem?
Well,
Thanks.
to be fair, not that this old crew was elderly by any means. I'm just saying that I can see there's a lot of potential in you. There's a better diverse group of folks here that I don't know. You guys apprehended Harlow, or at least dispatched him rather quick. And I think that this trip, this sortie, this request is needs to be handled with a bit more of a delicate hand in terms of don't rush in. Understanding now what's at stake, perhaps you all will be smarter instead of charging in head first and do the research, stake it out. Ask the locals. I don't know.
What was this book called again?
The Celestial Codex.
Thank you.
Yes. Z, you look like you have something on your mind. Hamana.
I don't know. I don't know if I should say it. You know, since I got since I got such a strange reaction last time.
What? What is your question?
Well, I mean, is there? This seems like a pretty substantial sortie. You know.
Oh, this here, I would consider your first real sortie. The last one was more of an emergency sortie.
Okay.
This is going to take some time. Who knows when you will return? I mean, north, you've gone on longer trips like this. I'm sure you can let him know. Maybe ease Z's concerns, and North just kind of puts his arm on his shoulder. It'll be fine. It's fine. I've done 5-10 of these trips, but we'll probably get paid better.
That's what I was
Oh, you're worried about money. Oh, sorry.
Just
Was that the bar?
just just like reward as far as
Oh.
danger and I understand.
Let's
I
look-
understand that we get like bi-weekly, monthly, whatever.
Oh, that's just our retainer cost. That's just to keep us on the books.
So
We get paid for our sorties, man.
Oh, so what's this one gonna pay out? Do we know?
Well, I'm sure Ethan will get to it. And Ethan just kind of, yes. Well, and he unrolls the contract itself, and it's very basic. It's nothing that's overly complicated. It just outlines the risks, like kind of talks about the previous group that went, where you guys are headed, the item you're supposed to procure, and that you were to return the book back to Ethan so he can surrender it to the sponsor. And there's provisions, not reward, but it's a stipend essentially, for the group of 500 gold pieces to prepare to purchase anything that you may need, potions, rations, anything else that you guys can divide amongst yourself. And then upon return of the book, 2,000 gold pieces paid out.
Holy cow! 500. So 500 total, or 500 per person?
500 total, so 100 gold pieces each to prepare.
For stipend,
Well,
yeah.
each, or maybe as a group you wanted to purchase something else. And then there's, I mean, I'm sure it would have come up at some point, or North would have mentioned it, or maybe you overheard him kind of talking about it with the crew members about the ship itself is under contract as well, so he gets his own stipend that's specifically meant for the resources for the ship. So this money is for the crew who's going to be boots on ground to places to procure items or resources. Sorry, I know it seems kind of complicated, but I feel like a lot of it seems kind of like, just so you guys can kind of feel like, hey, this kind of makes sense. But as long as you guys are all in agreement, we can have North sign the contract and you guys can be on your way. There is no deadline, but dealing with entities, period, is dangerous, but entities we don't understand for other universes is a problem. Different universes from other people's research are unstable. They don't mesh well with one another. There's a reason why there's a firm barrier between them. So if there's something afoot, we need to heed our sponsor's warning, but also maybe take some pride in the fact that you're doing something for the greater society, I suppose. Our universe, I propose.
Yay.
Ethan, I didn't know you were so chivalrous.
Well, listen, I don't want fucking massive entities coming through here and swallowing Brawl up in a one swell swoop, do you? I don't know what's going on. And sometimes you do things and people clap and cheer for you, and sometimes you do things and people boo you. But at the end of the day, all that matters is coin, and I understand that's what you're in it for. You two specifically. He points at Silver and Z. But that's okay. The whole universe revolves around coin, and favors, and knowledge, and sometimes love. And he kind of like picks up like a really interesting kind of like painting. It looks like it's more of like a photograph. You know, sets it down on the table. It's like, but in any case, everybody good with this?
Don't get it twisted, Ethan. Coin is just a means to an end. I don't want you thinking I'm some sort of bigot or someone that's just obsessed with making money. I may be
Well-
in it now for the coin, but
Um,
some of us do have aspirations.
well, just be careful where your aspirations take you. My friend Jennifer said she had a pleasant time earlier today.
Oh,
We spoke over tea.
very nice.
Just be careful. She's a bit odd. She's the
Note-
woman
noted.
with the long
Yep.
red hair.
Yep.
Nipple off to the side a bit.
Yeah. Yep. You are not.
Mhm.
You're not wrong.
I had a thing with her once. It didn't end well for me.
Oh, very nice. Good
Yes.
taste. Good taste.
Kind of like gives you like a. Hey, I mean, I wasn't getting paid for it, so I guess you have that up on me.
That yes. Z is like he's like noticeably uncomfortable because he didn't tell anybody that he was doing any of this.
So he's just gonna kind of like push this whole thing off to the side.
Just straight outed him.
Yep.
Ethan, this is a bit of a weird question.
No weird questions here.
Do you,
Sure.
do you happen to have any like documentation on the people who left we are going to look for?
Ah,
Like a
great
picture-
question.
Like a picture of them or anything?
The leader of the crew, her name is Elra. She is long blonde-haired woman. We don't have pictures, but long blonde hair, very smart, battle-tested, kind of an upbeat spirit. She had a couple of dwarves with her that were good with maces. Small crew.
That was Elra.
Elra.
El-
Elra.
Hearing that they don't have like any sort of picture or anything, so he's just gonna like put
Yes.
out a small defeated sigh. Well, there goes that idea.
Well, what was your idea?
You quit stealing faces, you weirdo.
You gotta use what you're born with, Z. You do.
Now listen here. Think about it like this: we're going somewhere we've never been. These people are missing. I'm just saying, if somebody is missing and then all of a sudden they're walking through town again, having been missing, maybe the people that made them missing will follow the person who is not missing anymore. So in other words, I could have been her, and maybe
That's-
they could have kidnapped me to take me to her if she's alive.
That is a fairly good idea. Let
I'm full of
me
good ideas.
give me one moment. Let me.
But what happens if they know or are able to find out that you are not that person? Like, what if in turn you run into
wouldn't-
someone?
Yes.
What if in turn you run into someone that is familiar with this individual and they try to strike up a conversation and
These folks are not from Shushang. No one's gonna know them there. They didn't spend much time. I like that idea. If there's a murderer about, or they fell at the hands of this Marcos character, perhaps he has lackeys that were included in it, and they may spot Elra. Or think she escaped. Because for all I know, they could be captured, and their belongings were taken from them. Interesting. See, I have a colleague here who's good with illusionary arts. He can make a minor illusion to show you what she looks like. Stand here. He returns a few minutes later with this really skinny, tiny elven girl who's got long black hair. Part of it's put up into a bun, and she's got like these glasses, and she just kind of comes up and she's like, "Hey," and Ethan's just like, "Do the thing. Show him what Elra looks like. He's going to do some fun stuff." I mean, shouldn't say that. I know she's missing. Not like that, but just do the thing so he knows what she looks like. And she goes, okay. She like opens up like a spell book, and she begins chanting something. Kind of holds her hand up, and like a small kind of like bust of Elra kind of shows in front of your face. Ooh, excuse me, in front of you all.
Not Elra's bust.
So you kind of like walk up to it and just kind of like look it over, you know, see whatever minor details he needs or whatever, and then he's gonna kind of like step off the side and like attempt to turn into her.
She like kind of like closes her book quick. She's like, oh, and she like runs out the office. She didn't like that. She was not prepared.
She's gonna do like that little like lean over, watching her run away. She's rather jumpy, to say the least.
Well, you're doing that voice with that face. It's unnerving. Yeah, that's kind of weird, Sieg. You should probably, I don't know, lighten it up a bit. Can you do something with your voice too, or is it only...
No, I can't, but we gotta be behind the closed doors. What does it matter?
Okay, stop. Turn back. You're scaring me. I don't like it.
See?
That's weird, man.
She's gonna just like, take a couple of steps closer, lean into both of them. So does this mean I can bully you?
Stop. Unnatural.
I know you don't mean this.
It's not right. God, and I've had a nightmare just like this. Don't worry about it, Niklaus. Don't put any thought to it.
Normal.
Oh, thank you. Well, that seems like a great trick. Hopefully that will aid you in your excursion out there. But yes, he pulls the sack of coins out, plops them on the table, and he's like, North just needs a signature here. And he's like, "Aye." He like takes, his hands are big. He's got huge hands. He takes like this quill very delicately and signs a very, very beautiful signature. And he rolls it back up, hands it to Ethan, and he's like, well, you guys take whatever time you need. I'll go tell the other guys we're getting ready to head out. And he kind of heads out of the office, and Ethan just kind of says, we do a lot of our missions, our sorties, the requests that are given to us for the needs of others. There are other people who pay us, give us resources to enact their will for the betterment of the universe, for the people. This is personal, and I hope that you handle yourselves delicately with respect to the organization, but know that we don't take these type of aggressions against the Opal Corporation lightly. I request that you take your full might and strength with you and deal swift hand of judgment. Understood?
Yay.
Ethan, say less.
When you return, Silver, that barrel of your gun should still be hot. Do you understand?
Yay, sir.
Very good. I've got a dinner date. Good luck. Please, just take your time. You know this is serious, as Niklaus pointed out. If this goes well, perhaps you'll be up for promotion. Yes. This is a serious request. This is one of our bigger donors. So, do us proud, do me proud. And don't make me regret bringing you on. So he kind of ushers you out. So you guys, we're gonna take like let's say like a 15-minute, 20-minute break. You guys kind of like ponder about if there's anything you guys can kind of think of what you want to do to prepare, and kind of like what what Ethan stated, like this entity you're going to has this city known as Twice has it's a city, and this place you're going to is like a mansion. So, um, still kind of unknown to you all, but like whatever resources you may need, you want to procure. So kind of think about that, and then we'll come back after that. Sound good?
Sounds
Yes,
good.
sir.
Sounds good.
All
We'll see
right.
you guys in 15, 20.
In 15, 20 minutes.
Are we live now?
We sure are.
All right. So
Rob said, "No, we're not."
we are not live. You
Right.
kidding me? He's like unplugs the Ethernet cable. He's like turns off router. So we ain't live.
Don't know what you're talking about. We're not live.
We are live, not.
Got the chalky milkshake with the classic '90s cup.
Mm-hmm.
Not really that classic.
90s cup.
No. This pattern they have in this cup is a disgrace to '90s fan culture.
That's the.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. JD wouldn't know. In any case,
Oof.
yeah, he's one of those millennial babies. He's like one of those
One-
special stamped quarters, you know.
No, he did Gen Z.
Take that, you bum.
Yeah, listen here. Yeah, listen here.
Yo, listen up.
So, you guys have your next destination decided upon. Is there anything specifically you want to do with your funds, or do you want me to split it up evenly between everybody?
I would like to save as much money as I can.
I am doing
Me-
that same exact thing.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm just gonna do a thing where I'm gonna divvy up all of the stuff. Where is Oberon?
I apologize.
Add you to this. There we go. Beautiful. Add you to the party sheet inventory. I'm gonna add 500 gold pieces. I'm gonna hit this button, and it's gonna give everybody gold equally. Dope. I like that.
I love the
I'm gonna clear the
gold.
chat box because it's messy AF.
I love.
So, I'll go through really quick. Niklaus, you need anything before you guys head to the ship?
Come back to me.
Oberon. No? Okay. All right. Sieg, anything you want to prepare?
Oberon.
No? All right.
Be quiet. Now it's not the time to be quiet, okay?
Silver.
This not the timing to be quiet, okay?
No, come back to me. No, I'm
Z,
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't have anything that I would like to.
Okay. And then Z, anything on your mind?
I would like to. I'd like to see if there is an enchanter somewhere here, somewhere that might be able to. I see you looking in the
Go
camera.
on.
Someone that might just be able to like. Maybe not now because enchanting. Well, I don't know if Z knows. Is it common knowledge that enchanting is wicked expensive?
I would say yeah. It's expensive depending on what the enchantments are.
Okay.
Depending on what you want essentially.
I'm looking for some sort of enhancer, somebody to. I'm very fond of my my weapons because I made them. So I'm just looking for someone to maybe reinforce them in the near future.
Okay.
Give them a better edge, make them a little sturdier, make it so they don't happen to break while I'm using them. Because while I am
sense.
proud of my craftsmanship, they're not brand new and they've seen a lot, and I want to make sure that they hold up through the tests of infinity.
Yeah. What? GD, do you have anything to add to that, or is your character not into that realm yet?
I don't think I have really anything that I could do for that yet.
Okay, just making sure. I don't want to like walk on your toes. Or...
No, you're good.
So, it's keen to know. You just want to essentially make them like +1s, right?
Yes.
Essentially.
Yes. I want some sort of. I just want to add some sort of magical enhancement to it so I can guarantee they won't break under like regular means.
Yeah, just that way they're considered magical.
Considered magical, and it's
right.
Yeah. It's more along the lines of like character, as opposed to like combat, because knowing now that we are entering the infinite and that like time doesn't affect us out here like it normally would. I want these to stay on the entire journey with me, like until I am
Yeah.
inevitably put in the ground somewhere. So I want, with the knowledge of magical items and the world that we live in, would you also say that it's common knowledge to know that magical items would not just break under regular duress?
I mean, like, I think, yeah. I think from like a standpoint of like universe-wise, especially with the enhancements of like technology and magics
Mm-hmm.
on Terrell, it'd be pretty blatant for people who are like yourself or anyone in the group, anyone who's adventuring or somewhat knowledgeable about the existence of magical items, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they're not susceptible to like regular damage and shit.
Okay, cool. So yeah, with that knowledge, I would like to, like I said, ensure that they just
Okay,
don't
items.
break under duress.
So you end up finding somebody who's able to do like basic enchantments on items that are essentially kind of in the realm of what you're looking for, and they do it at a rate of 25 gold pieces of an item's worth per day. So let's see, it's gonna cost you about, so normal cost, let me do math.
Math.
Yeah. Need my calculator for this bad boy.
Calculating.
Right?
Calculating.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, let me make sure I get this right. It's gonna cost you about, somebody to do it would cost about 500 gold pieces in 22 days.
Okay.
Or sorry, 20 days. My apologies.
Got it.
My math.
So I would have to give them up for 20 days, and also provide I'm sorry, you said 500 gold pieces?
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's the general cost of like a +1 magical item.
Okay.
And that would be how long an enchanter would have to take to work on those for you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that gives me a clear idea, or a clear like path of what I need to do next. Okay. Yeah. That's
Does
all
that
I was
check out,
looking
JD?
Yep, everything. I heard everything you said.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Does that check
Whatever
out?
you said,
Hmm?
whatever you said, probably true.
Wish you got me a bigger one. It's all good. Beggars can't be choosers.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you make a contact with a person who runs like a small shop,
Mm-hmm.
who does stuff like on like commission type basis, and he says, "Hey, just bring it over whenever you want. I can do it." He's like a loose affiliate with the corporation anyway, so a little bit of credibility too for you, because you probably
Fantastic.
ask somebody at the corporation like, "Hey, I'm looking to have this done. Do you know anybody?" And they kind of put you in that direction.
100%. That's awesome as well. Yeah, I'll let them know that I will be by as soon as I amass the coin to do it.
Okay. A good
that
thing to
is-
save up towards.
Yes,
you know.
that is all that I would like to do.
Niklaus. Bless you.
You got me. What's up?
I've been had.
I came back
Oh.
to you.
Oh, sorry. I did
He's
want
over
to
there
check in.
sleeping.
I did want to check in with Ethan to see if they had an enchanter or anybody within Opal Core.
That's the contact they use here.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
They have more like reputable contacts. Like there's a good enchanter in Toril. In Baldur's Gate, they kind of contract from time to time, but like in the corporation, probably not so much.
Oh,
Sorry, my apologies.
You're gonna pass away.
I know.
Don't you dare.
Alrighty. I am good until we get onto the ship then.
Sieg, are you back, sir? Man, my man's passed away in the bathroom. It's probably 1,000,000 degrees in there, dude.
That's probably
God.
also doing the thing to him.
Probably fucking seeing
The Lord himself.
illusions and shit, yeah.
Oh gosh.
But he's like fucking mirage in his house. He's like, water?
Followed it outside.
Everyone else good to kind of head towards the ship?
Yes, I am good.
Yes, sir.
So, Oberon leaves for a bit. He comes back, meets up with you guys at the ship. He takes care of some business before he meets up with you all. And you guys are on the ship now. The deckhands are kind of prepping some stuff. Now that everyone's on the ship, North has instructed them to start removing the ropes from the dock. Kind of prepping for takeoff for travel. Let me pull up my let me pull up my Google document. Hold on.
Yes, Google Docs.
There we go. So, Yang Shu, the spelljammer of the ship, is already kind of down below deck, kind of getting ready to get this party started. Anything you guys want to do on the ship before y'all take off?
No, sir. I'm good to go.
Making sure. Everybody kind of.
Z's just gonna go to his quarters and
Okay.
relax, take in the events of the last like 24, 48 hours.
Try to wash up the best you can.
Yeah.
You guys kind of settle into your respective areas, quarters, wherever, hang out. North has made it very apparent that anywhere on the ship you guys are allowed to go except for his own quarters, which is under lock and key. But after leaving, see if we can find a cool Sirenscape sound for space travel. I think there's one in here. Let me see. That's the only thing I don't like about Sirenscape's web players. It's so slow. It's crazy. Let's see what this sounds like. Sure, why not? It's spoopy enough.
Poopy.
Wild space, random noises. So, the ship kind of takes off, and you enter this strange void of like blues and purples, and there's large creatures that kind of float on by you that look almost like whales kind of floating through space, and small fishes that kind of hug close to them. And it's a very pleasant journey. Like it's nice and quiet. The space is it's relaxing, and you finally get a point where you're on the ship and traveling out in the astral sea, where it's just the only sounds you have is the creaking of the ships, the sounds of creatures in the distance kind of floating, these inhabitants of the astral sea just kind of existing. And close to the Rock of Brawl, there's a litany of ships that kind of are coming or going or docking or leaving, or there's some folks that are out there just fishing, trying to catch some fish. But you travel for 20 or 30 minutes. Is there anybody on the deck of the ship?
Yeah, Silver would be on the deck.
I would presume probably Oberon would probably be up there too. So why don't you and Oberon make perception checks? So you guys are just kind of watching and just looking around, see if you guys notice anything interesting. Let's
Yeah.
see. He's got a decent perception. Oh damn, look at you guys rolling mad good.
Oh, baby.
Oberon, roll it. 18 for a total of 22. Silver rolled a 16 for a total of 20. Nice.
Oh, we be seeing stuff.
Dude, I know. He's fucking Mirage, like in Russell's house.
Hello.
But it's strange noises coming from inside Sirenscape as well as in my house. Meredith's doing some weird shit out there. She's a strange cat. You kind of come by like this section of space where there's a few large ice asteroids, and mixed into it are the other large kind of more rock based asteroids. And Oberon and Silver both kind of see this large asteroid that has you guys are kind of traveling relatively close to it because you guys have decent sight on it. You can see there's like 3 or 4 like round objects that are embedded in the surface that are like a pale white that kind of shimmer off the light of the space. And there seems like a small ship that's kind of parked on the side of it as you guys are kind of traveling by it.
Do I recognize the ship?
No, it's very small. It's like a small vessel for like 3 or 4 people tops.
This is just this isn't anything out of the ordinary, right? This is just somebody mining. Like, is this something that happens all the time? Like, people like mining asteroids for their resources?
Usually, from your experience in the astral sea, as well as like kind of like passing by mining operations, usually there's like a large ship that's like, for lack of a better term, like essentially like a mothership that sends smaller ships down to do the mining. This seems to be all by itself, and you've never really came across the formation on an asteroid that looks where there's like 3 or 4 blue objects that are like on the surface. And they kind of glimmer off the light.
Aye, that don't be looking right. You see that over there, Captain?
Hey, kind of pulls out his own kind of spyglass, kind of looks over this. It is strange. Is it worth our time? I don't know.
It wouldn't hurt just to check it out. I don't.
What do you think, Oberon? Oberon kind of like just turns around and goes, well, I don't really know. Perhaps, maybe. We should probably confer with the others.
At
I will
this,
also
at this
tell-
point, Z would probably be making his way up top.
Oh, look at that. Perfectly timed Z coming up the stairs. I'll go get the others. So he'll head down and collect Niklaus and
What's going
Sieg.
on?
Seems to be something a bit out of the ordinary over there on that asteroid.
Well, lucky for
Might be
you,
worth
I am very astute in the out of the ordinary, as you could tell.
True. So Oberon goes and collects Niklaus and Sieg and brings him up on deck as you guys are traveling through at the astral sea. They kind of point over to, and like North hands off the spyglass to everyone to kind of get a good look, and it's still kind of hard to see, but there's like clearly like 4 objects that are, compared to the size of the ship, that are pretty decent sized, probably about anywhere between 8 to 10 feet wide, and like they kind of shine off of the light that kind of wisps around in the astral sea from different objects that are here. And he says, I don't like making demands as captain. We're all a crew, and the livelihood of us all relies on decisions made as a group. So, what do you say? What do you think? Should we go take a look, or just keep doing our own thing?
I say we stop down and see what we can find.
I always love a good bit of exploration.
What do you think, Sieg? Want to go take a look? I can drop the ladder, the rope ladder we have. You can hop down there.
I mean, I don't really know what place it is out here, but if everybody else is willing, why not then?
I just had a nice little nap, so I'm pretty refreshed.
Klaus?
Well, I suppose we can check it out if you're so inclined.
All right. He tells one of the crewmates to head down and essentially just pass along the note to Yang to like, hey, let's take a quick detour. As you come closer, the other deckhand Judas kind of takes this large kind of bless you.
Thank
Takes
you.
this large kind of harpoon and just blasts it into the side of the asteroid, maybe like, I don't know, 50, 100 feet away from these objects in the ship, and the ship that's like actually on the asteroid, to kind of anchor it, and then throws down a this rope ladder. And it's interesting because it kind of goes straight down, but a little bit at an angle because of the gravity planes that exist here. But he says, "All right, we'll keep an eye on things up here." You guys heading down there?
Yeah, he absolutely takes the.
Yeah, sorry, I have space allergies apparently.
It's that season.
They're really in season.
Straight up.
The space tomatoes.
So, you guys all kind of descend the ladder, and right now you're about 60-ish feet away from these objects that you have eyes on. What's the marching order for you guys?
Silver will probably be first down the ladder.
I'll take a modest third place.
It's on the back.
I guess I'll go second.
Never mind.
Okay.
I will go second.
Okay. You guys kind of make your way down the ladder, and it's probably about 40 feet down, so it's a little bit of a trek. They eventually kind of land on the asteroid, and the air envelope extends from the Tulip's repose to kind of help give air to this asteroid and kind of replenish its air as well. You see in the distance, maybe 50 feet away from these now that you've dropped down there, these oval, kind of pale blue objects that are just kind of sitting in different pockets of the asteroid itself. And you can tell this asteroid's been pelted by different celestial objects. And you can see there's one interesting character who's kind of mulling about near one of the. Actually, these are kind of like grouped up together. So he's kind of mulling about there, kind of like poking around, and you guys can kind of see him. Let's see. This dude here. You can see, like at this distance, it seems to be they haven't really noticed you at all. But he has like brown leathers on with like a piecemeal kind of steel armor and like a large sword at his side. He's got like this kind of longer hair, pointed ears, but like this kind of sickly yellowish green kind of skin. He's kind of looking around. you guys have a few moments to decide what you want to do before he's.
I
Probably
don't
gonna be-
recognize him, do I?
No.
Okay. Yeah, did the captain come down with us or no?
Hell no.
No, he didn't come down.
Nah,
Um,
you're not about that life.
any of you recognize this fella here?
No.
Like the person itself, or what,
Yeah.
what do you?
Yeah, the feller. I point to the guy that's just standing.
Nope.
Does it seem like he's
He
being
looks a
shady?
little. He looks a little swashbuckly.
Swashbuckling? I don't know.
Hello,
Like,
Magnus. This is kind of what you see over there.
okay, an orcish man.
You make that assumption.
Oi, my friend wants to know if you recognize any of us.
He kind of turns
Oh,
around.
God.
Somebody's got to do something. Can't just stand
my
here.
God.
And he's like, "These are ours."
What? What are yours?
Yeah.
Hey,
What are yours?
the eggs. Get the fuck out of here. Hey,
Well,
get out here. We got company.
Eggs? Ooh. I am pretty
we
hungry.
just. No, no, we're not going to eat them. We're just trying to understand what they are. We're just curious.
Oh, curious, huh? Well, I'm only giving you one warning. You better get out of here. These are ours.
You tell us what they are, and we'll turn right back
I
around.
fucking just told you these are eggs. Can't
Yeah,
you
what-
tell?
what
Points at it.
kind?
It's like this giant. You can't tell by the size of this. What do you think it is? Humor me.
Asteroid egg? Yeah, exactly. We don't know.
Fucking humans are so stupid.
Excuse me. I also don't know what they are, and I am.
They are eggs.
Yes, but what kind
What
of eggs?
kind of thing lays giant eggs like this?
I don't know,
What do
you
you think?
troglodyte. Which one of these things has laid eggs? That's what we're asking.
Since you seem like people who like games. Scales, wings, freezing cold breath.
Snakes? With
Any-
wings?
anyone that's near,
Z's mom.
anyone 100%. Anyone near Sieg or not Sieg, Z, will see him like go into a state of euphoria, like a little bit of drool, and he's like, "Oh, dragons there be, huh?"
Yeah, you probably don't know.
Yeah, that seems a little like cultural appropriation, okay? Talking like that all of a sudden.
One eye starts to glow purple.
He kind of like takes a step forward, pulls out this large blade, and he's like, "Do you know what's good for you? You get the fuck out of here."
Okay.
And
I'm
if
gonna try to cast
and
Charm
if
Person on him.
what?
I'm gonna
You can cast Charm Person?
Oh,
That's why we need Magnus here all the time. Magnus should just live in this chat. All right. Oh, let me share this for you, brother.
15 wisdoms.
Was that not shared before?
it was not.
No, that was
I'm
not.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I was a little confused now.
My apologies.
Yay.
In his current stupor, Z is also gonna say, he's gonna draw his own two swords, like
Okay.
real slow, and in the same like kind of creepy, methodic way. Now that he's in euphoria, he's like, and if you knew what was best for you, you wouldn't challenge me.
Yeah, I really wish you wouldn't do that. The last time somebody fought him, I got cut. I don't want to get cut again. I'm just saying, for my safety, please do not challenge him doing that.
What's your DC for that? Over on
15 wisdom.
Jeez. All right. Let's see.
And yeah, I think right. Basically, Oberon hasn't been saying anything, but he's kind of watching. And then right when he goes to pull the weapon is when I kind of
Okay. there
throw
we go.
the charm out.
What was it?
15.
15.
He's just like, I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but I'm not fucking playing that game. He like picks up his blade and points it at you. He's like, "You will understand." And he starts to speak in a strange language to the people behind him. And then, where's my combat music? Because he's going to blast something right at... Oh, sorry.
Does it happen to be infernal?
It is not.
Oh, sad. Is it celestial?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know if any... I wonder if my
Is
party
it
sheet...
abysmal?
Nope.
Okay.
You know
Is
what
it-
we need on this, in,
Is it a duck?
Fantasy Grounds? It's just... is a thing where it just displays who knows what. I'll actually do this.
He turns around to everyone else and just says,
Oh, absolutely, dude. He's gonna light you up.
So you know of us.
"So you've heard of us,
Wow.
Heard of the...
but you have heard of me."
Yeah, let me see if this works. That seems good. What you hear is this. I'm not gonna play a sound, but there.
Oh,
That's
what
you
in
hear.
the hell?
Because anybody understood by nobody. Wonderful. So nobody knows what they're speaking.
Wunderbar.
But here we go. I'll have you guys roll initiative.
Since my mentor was an orc, would I know if this was at least orcish?
No, these
by,
are not
by
orc.
sound.
Not orc.
Okay.
Rolling initiative.
Oh, there's
Freaking
somebody
combat music in space.
This is nice.
Hold on. Okay, alright.
Oh, I like this.
This is some banging music right now.
And
All of
because
my
I missed
players.
some little bits, is the ship basically like docked onto this, or did we like float
Here's
out?
like the surface of the asteroid, and the ship is about here, and it's about 40 feet above the ground with a rope ladder down where
okay.
the area you guys are at. Oh. Sheesh. First, oh my god, Russell rolling, going ham, my dude. Let's go. Top of the order for you, good sir. You can see the other two behind the other eggs pull their giant blades as well.
Did you say this one guy was blasting something?
Yes, he was going to Thank you for reminding me.
I'm waiting for a cyberpunk car to just pull up real quick.
Oh, dude. He's just gonna take a shot at the closest person. Because the only thing that makes sense.
Welcome
This
to
is the
Night
start of
City.
combat. Ooh!
Oh wow.
Critical hit.
Oh.
Oh! That was not as anticipated. He kind of holds his blade out and puts his hand up to his head and just goes, yeah. And like you see like a distortion of space, and it just blasts you right in the forehead, Silver, and it's like it's a telekinetic blast that just kind of just like sets you, get kind of like your stomach turns and you're a bit like, oh.
Are you kidding?
But holy fuck, that guy clapped with that. See, you're up. Fuck.
Kind of watching Silver get smacked in the face with what Steve perceives to just be air.
Yeah.
He's gonna kind of like look at him like, oh fuck. Instead of pulling out my rapier, I'm gonna pull out my short bow. I'm
Okay.
going to bonus action steady aim, so I get advantage on this.
Okay. Yes.
And I don't like how that line isn't showing up.
Yep, you're good.
So this is 80 feet. 10, 20, 22. Okay, good. He's in range.
Yeah.
That hits.
And then sneak attack on top of it.
Yeah.
Nice. This is kind of a bop. It really is.
I'm down with it.
Nice. 4 more damage. Nice, Russell. All right. He's gonna take the first one that kind of blasted out and that you shot. Sieg is going to kind of like lean down low, almost like in a very like the Flash type thing. And he kind of pulls his blade back, and he's gonna run, and then he's gonna disappear, and he's gonna reappear right here, and he's gonna like basically and you see like this energy kind of dissipate around him as like it's almost looks like glowing, and like this kind of pink and purplish energy kind of like dissipate as he kind of reappears, and he's gonna point right at you, Z, and he says in common, "You're mine." And he's just gonna hold his blade. The second one's gonna move here. On his turn, he's not gonna dash. Not worth it. And he's gonna move there. Their range isn't greatest. That'll end his turn. All right, Z, you're up.
I will respond to his verbal.
I want to see Magnus bop to this right now. His webcam's plugged into his 8-track player into like a 3.5 millimeter adapter.
Jeez.
I just have the Sirenscape just blasting around like surround sound speakers.
He's like holding on. He's like. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Let me see. Here. I am going to. I'm gonna match his energy, and I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
All right.
And with the same kind of, like I said, like matching energies, he'll say to me like, "You're mine," and I'm gonna say, "With pleasure," and I'm going to emulate the same thing and bolt 30 feet right in front of him, and
okay.
I'm gonna take a slash with my scimitar. Zephyr Strike lets me get, or I can get advantage on one weapon attack roll on my turn.
Yes. Yep.
So I'm gonna take advantage and swing at him with one of my scimitars.
Don't forget to target him.
Yep.
Well, that first one. Well, let me see what is. No, it missed. First attack missed.
Cool beans. Yeah, great.
Okay, great.
That's it.
You don't have a secondary attack, or is it because you used it as your bonus?
Bonus action. Yeah, 2 weapon fighting is a bonus action.
Nope. Noted. And it wasn't like you missed. He dodged and parried, and his sword is massive.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like a 4 or 5 foot long sword. It's like similarly like a buster sword. Silver, you're up.
Yeah, I'm realizing now I have no sort of healing. Unless a ration will get me healed up, I doubt it. Is this like terrain that we're in, this like crater actual terrain?
It's not rough terrain, but it's a little bumpy.
Like if I dove like here, would I be behind? Like would I be like
I'll give you like 1/4 cover. Yeah.
Alright, what about this thing? Oh shoot, where was I? So I was right here, right? So 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15.
Or sorry, it'd be like half cover.
If I moved like over here,
Okay.
and then that's. So what kind of penalty would I take if I shot? Like,
I don't think there's any penalty for you. It's just penalty when you have any sort of cover. It's a penalty on somebody attacking you.
no, I'm just talking about range. He's 30 feet
Oh,
away.
yeah, your range is 30 to 90, so he's in your regular range.
All right, perfect. Guy's about to get blasted. So did that. I think use the fan on it.
Kind of, it flies by this creature and ricochets off the egg, and you can see it like cracks a bit.
Oh, not the egg.
All right, and then I can't split my move, can I?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
If you got more movement, you can. Yep.
Yeah, so I had 5 more. So I'm gonna get thoroughly behind this cover.
Okay.
And then that.
So half cover. So that little hump there will give you half cover, which adds +2 to AC and Dexterity saving throws. Niklaus, you're up, sir.
All right.
We
I
didn't
will-
really use cover a lot in the last couple campaigns. We'll utilize that more in this campaign.
Copy that.
I will run 5, 10, 15, 20 over here. I'll touch him on the shoulder while he's reloading. I'll give him a little cure wounds.
Ooh.
Oh,
You'll be all right. Get back in there. Oh,
Oh, nice, dude. 6 points. Yeah.
and then I'll take my last 10 to. Well, I won't go into his line of sight, but I'll keep approaching the enemy.
Okay. Nice,
It'll be it.
dude. Healer underrated. Oberon, you're up, sir. Welcome to stream.
Oh, right.
Oh wait. Can I take a timeout? I'm sorry. Can I go back for like 2 seconds?
What
I'm gonna use my bonus action to defensive field. I can give 10 hit points equal to my level in this class. I gain them for myself, so I get the 3.
Oh, sweet. Sweet.
Sorry.
No worries. Easy enough.
Okay, now you can go. My bad.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oberon, welcome
so
to the
I think-
show, dude.
I think at the very start of combat, I'll have like called out like, "Don't worry, I'm going to charm him." Oh, no, wait, no, it's not working. And then I'll move up. I think just 5 feet, just beside C, and then seeing Silver take quite a heavy hit, I'll use or
Got a
I'll
little bloody
expend-
nose.
Yeah, I'll expend a use of my wild shape to change into my chalice star form. That, and then for my bonus action, I will cast Healing Word on Silver. And then with the chalice, it'll do extra.
Yep. An
Which I think I
additional.
can do. Can I do? Ooh, I can do. No, I can't. Never mind. I wanted to do 2 different kinds of dice. Okay. Well, Healing Word, I'll just cast it normally.
Wow, 1d8 plus 4 plus on top of your chalice form.
It's gonna be a lot.
Freaking homies,
He's
man.
just freaking.
So it's
Oh,
gonna be
shit.
7 plus.
Constellation druids are dope.
So 14. You healed him to full. Excellent.
But
Nice work. Wow. How does your
Yeah,
magic work, Oberon? Like what kind of like what do we see as you kind of do this?
So when I shifted into my star form, like it was that similar, like glowing from like the cracks of like constellations in my face. And then normally I have my instrument out. I have a lyre, but in this case, just kind of as it's a sudden like reaction, I'm just like reaching out my hand and there's a bit of like glowing white light. And then
That's
you
dope.
feel better. So that is my turn. And then I think the star form lasts for 10 minutes. So I
Dope.
can keep
That's
on.
fucking hardcore. I'm all about that. Sieg, you're up, brother.
Can I see number 2 from where I'm at technically?
Yeah.
Once again, I'm gonna steady aim.
Love it. That'll hit, my dude.
And sneak attack.
Let's go.
Damn. Shit. Hold on, let me add that in there. 17 total points of damage. Excellent, dude. Nice. Freaking hits him right in where there's a part in his armor that it's kind of like pieced together.
Oh, fuck.
And just catches him. What?
I could have been using my whales from the grave, but I'm not worried about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait.
That's why I was kind of like wanting to do a little bit of make sure I try to get a combat in a little bit here and there so you guys can kind of get used to like the functionality and shit. But in any case, the creature that's kind of standing in front of you, Z, just kind of like deflects your blade and he's you will understand what it means to go toe to toe with a Githyanki. And he stabs at you with his greatsword. Tries to, at least. We'll see. Freaking critical one. He reaches out towards you, and you deflect his blade, and it actually flies out of his hand and kind of lands close over where you are, Niklaus. His blade is... and he's like, I don't mind doing this with my hands. He cracks his knuckles. That ends his turn. Fucking fail, dude. We're gonna kind of split up here. He's gonna move up 15 feet, and he turns back to his buddy in the back, and he's like, foot, and points to you, Niklaus. And he's gonna continue to walk and kind of go toe to toe with you, Silver. Whoops, I didn't want to do that, but okay.
Please don't
Whatever the
hurt
fuck
me.
that was. And he's gonna swing at you with his great sword. Oh, 18 to hit.
No, of course. Wait, I have half cover.
Yes.
So what is that? I don't know. That does not.
Adds
match.
Gets
2 to your
plus
AC.
2.
My AC right now is 14, so yeah, 16.
All right. He kind of cuts down on you, and it hits you. Oh my god! You kind of get hit with this blade in the side, and there's an equal amount of pain in your arm as there is in your head, and you kind of are like, oh my, like, there's some sort of psionic piece to these folks that are really not, it's not great.
Wait, so am I at 12 HP or am I 12 down?
You're 12 down. That's the total damage.
Okay.
Yep. I know it's weird. I would almost prefer this to be like your max is a solid number, and then the number that kind of just decreases, but whatever.
Yeah, that's okay.
The third creature kind of is going to point right at you with his blade, Nicholas. He's going to walk in your direction. 30. And he's going to put his hand up towards his head, and he's going to point his blade at you, and you see that same distortion of, like, not reality. This telekinetic bolt just kind of flies in your direction. 23 to hit.
That do be hitting though.
Okay. 10 points of damage as it kind of blasts you, and it's like it's a strange thing. It's kind of similarly to like an Eldritch Blast. It's kind of that strange like force of energy that comes from his psyche. Z, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to I'm gonna take first swing with a scimitar.
Okay.
The Zephyr Strike is concentration up to 1 minute, but I can only use the advantage once while it's active. So I'm just going to take regular swing. Oh, that's alright.
First one misses.
I will take my second swing.
Okay. Jesus H.
Come on, man. That is unfortunately all I can do.
Yo, this guy about to parade.
Yeah. You're up, Silver.
Alright, get that. Okay. Yo, this guy comes at me, hits me hard. He's about to get the full brunt of my. Alright, so he's gonna get the skinny. We're gonna turn around. Hand cycles through. Misses. Oh, can I
Kind of
action
deflects it
surge?
with his blade. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, actually, it doesn't matter if I hit with my scimitar. I can still use my bonus action to pistol.
Yes.
Oh god.
Was that a misfire? It's gotta be.
Be gentle. Oh yeah, that would count as misfire.
I don't like getting too crazy with misfires. I just think it's broken and needs to be. You need to spend time to repair it on downtime. I don't want to be that guy to like destroy it
Okay.
or anything else. Because I've looked at the misfire table. I'm not a fan.
You lose your arm.
Yeah, my good arm. He's using his fucking robot arm. But yeah, you kind of blast out, and part of the gunpowder blows out the side of it. So like the reloading chamber is like not. It's like loose. You have to spend time to kind of fix that.
All right. Well, dude's getting now. Now I'm pissed, and I'm definitely angry.
All right.
And he's give me.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh. And
Ooh, nice.
the
Shit.
gut.
Oh,
Do you have? I know a lot of this is new though to you, so you have second wind as well, right?
What is that?
Second wind, yeah, kind of lets you
yeah,
kind of like
limited
heal
bonus
as a
turn,
as a feature, as a bonus action.
Oh yeah. Let me freaking do that, John.
Well, you bonus action surge though.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying in the
So you
future.
can do
Action
it
surge
in the
is a
future.
bonus action.
Yeah.
Wait, why did my action surge disappear?
Because you used it on a long rest of a
Oh no, 'cause
return.
I clicked something else. No, like the whole line disappeared.
Yeah,
It's because you're on. Yeah. The display of it is.
I don't think it is a bonus action. So it says starting a second level, you can push yourself beyond your normal limits for a moment. On your turn, you can take one additional action on top. Oh, and a possible bonus action. So it doesn't take up your bonus action slot. It just gives you an additional action and bonus action.
Oh. Okay. My bad.
You good? So yeah. So for that action, I use my scimitar. For my additional bonus action, I will second wind, and I will heal. Son of a gun. 4 points a day.
Yeah, it's like it's a special action that you can use.
Pretty cool.
Nikolaus, you're up.
All right. A little staggered from the blow. I'm gonna run up to this guy. Bing, bing, bing. Cast Booming Blade to make a melee attack with my Thunder Gauntlet on this man here. Hold on.
These guys are gonna feast on your flesh. Jesus.
All right, make my attack. Miss him completely. Just whiff. And then take one step up here, and that's it. That's
Okay.
I think that's all I can do.
All right. Oberon, you're up.
All right. I will first look over to Sieg and put a hand on his shoulder, and I'll be like, "Don't worry, we'll be fine. We got this." And I will give him some bardic inspiration, and as I like take my hand off, there'll be like a little bit of like glowing constellation light like left over on your shoulder. Oh, which I think I can just press. think I can do this. Yeah. And then for my action, I'll throw a bolt of like white light at the one in front of Z using one of my spells that is called Guiding Bolt.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ooh,
Whew, that
that's
hits.
what we like to see.
God dang!
That was a really good roll for it too.
That was an excellent.
And
roll.
then the next attack against him has advantage.
Gets blasted with this retaliating force, and he's like, yeah.
Alrighty, and that is my turn.
Sheesh. Siga, you're up.
That's the one in front of Z, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the one in front of you.
Neat.
You kind of get caught off guard. It's like right by your head, just blasts into him.
Oh,
Like
I'm
if our
ready.
same as the first, I'm gonna steady aim.
Okay.
Going for number 3 this time. They just keep it coming.
You start coming and it
16
don't
will hit.
stop coming.
16 just hits
Oh,
max
full
damage.
damage again, man.
Sheesh.
Give that sneak
Sneak
attack.
attack. For, I rolled it. It rolled 5, but it's not showing.
Okay, I got you.
And then this
14.
time I am gonna use Whale from the Grave.
Okay.
I'm gonna target the one in front of Z. How do you want me to roll this? Because technically I can't do a half of my sneak attack.
You just round up.
Well, what dice do you want me to roll?
I don't
Oh,
see
just just roll a d6. Just a straight d6. Okay, copy.
Where'd he
Hey.
go?
It's extra damage.
Sure is.
He's starting to kind of like look bloodied and stuff. Like he's pretty fucked up, and he's like rubbing his nose, and he's like, "We live to die another day." He's going to. Start enchant. He puts his blade to his side. He starts chanting, puts his fingers together, and he's like, "I will find you in the future," and blinks out of existence. As like there's this distortion of reality around him of that same kind of colored energy, and like there's a circle below his feet that has runes and stuff that glow, and he's just gone. He is way too bloody to keep that up. The secondary one kind of looks over and sees like this same happenstance, and he's like looks around, and he just does the same thing except a little bit quicker. And then there you can see the circle below his feet kind of glow and disappears. Like he kind of like fades out of existence and kind of like passes into some other dimension. And the third one does the same thing. We were not doing hot. Excellent job. Once the guy who was kind of like heading up this expedition, he's like, he got fucked up. He's did not want none of that nonsense.
I mean, they were being rude.
They were being rude.
I'll also healing word silver,
Okay.
and then with my chalice still going on, I'll take the healing from that, and there'll be like a line of like light connecting Silver and Niklaus, and they'll both get healed. I think the minimum for both will be, actually, I guess technically, if I roll bad,
Tim, for
So
the
we-
misfired.
7 to Niklaus.
Sorry.
And 7 to you, Silver. So healed.
Nice.
Come back up. 1 point on.
You can see. You guys are kind of like now like alone. And it seems like they left their ship. I mean, their boat, whatever you want to call it.
Other ship is just here.
Yeah,
Oh,
fucking left, dude.
oh. Who wants to go
They can-
raid a boat?
They can Banff, but they brought a boat here. They took. Well, I guess they had to get the eggs, but
They can ban. So they bought a boat.
Is
Oh
it like
yeah.
rowboat
yeah.
size? Like, could we put that onto our ship?
they
Use a
kayaked out here.
A toe?
If you want to, you could probably definitely make that happen. It's probably it has like a little bit of storage space. It seems like it would house like 4 or 5 people.
It's like an escape boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
kinda,
a
yeah.
it's a Jeff Bezos yacht for our yacht.
I mean, it would kind of be nice to have, so like when we don't want to bring our whole big boat down somewhere, we could just kind of take the.
110%. I agree with this. Let's take a look what's inside of it first.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, our fiddly dee. Let's loot this bad boy on the open sea.
The rooms on the ground, did they stay for any period of time, or was it more of a flash of them and then gone?
For like the 5-6 seconds it was there, it was like some sort of let me see really quick. Some of the sigils you picked up on were that like make an Arcana check. Not super horrible. 7's okay. You don't really know the nature behind it other than it's like some sort of conjuration magics. But the symbols glowed for about 5 seconds. 5-6 seconds, and then phew, they disappeared.
Okay,
But
thank
like
you.
there was like a shimmering of themselves. They kind of faded in and out, and then they were gone.
For the misfire, it says that I can spend just like an action to try and repair.
You gonna do that?
Yes, I would
It
very much
is
like to,
going
my
to
baby.
be. You got your tinker's tools on you?
Do I have a what now?
Any tinker's tools?
Yeah, I think I have some kind of tools. Here, let me check my inventory real quick. I have.
I mean,
I have a tinker box.
that's a tinder box.
Damn it.
That's gonna be something you're gonna
stop
have.
laughing.
You're gonna have like the tools to maintain your firearm. I
Yeah,
put
yeah,
your tinkering tools in there.
Oh,
That would
okay,
make no sense if you're just like, oh, I don't know. I guess I just fucking don't use it.
I appreciate you.
So I need you to roll. The DC is going to be a 9 to repair.
So just do it. Well, any of my
You could just roll-
skills help me?
I don't believe so. Let me see what this says. Oh, are you proficient with them? Let's see.
Yes, I am proficient.
Yeah, so you can add +2 to your D20. D20 +2. Nice.
So 18.
I'm glad that you've survived. So you beat a 9.
Hell yeah. My baby. Zzz, spin the barrel a couple. Spin the not the barrel. Yeah, spin the barrel a couple times.
Chamber.
Yep, seems to be
spin
good. The whole chamber.
Yeah, spin the chamber.
Um,
a couple times.
You guys go over and inspect the boat that has like a litany of resources. Like there's like 5 days worth of rations. There's a couple kegs of water. There's a couple chests that house about 300 gold pieces. So you guys can. Let me just divvy that up for you.
Yo.
Yeah. Do it.
Okay. There you go. 300. Click this button. Yay.
Oh,
And That's really it. You can see they have materials to, like, transport items like rope to tie down and different things like that. Like, appears to be like a small vessel to like to either scout or hop in and steal stuff. Hot here.
So, just really quick, was that 300 gold a piece, or was that 300 in total meant to be split up?
It was 60 gold pieces to each person.
It did not give me 60.
How much
How much did it give you?
I was at 177. I'm now sitting at 337.
Yeah, because you were in the Whopper.
I missed.
There was there was a stipend, like a $500. He was like,
no,
I'm rich.
So I added the stipend because that was the 500 that was split across the party, correct?
That was manually done. So if you added 100 in there manually, you got to remove 100.
Okay, so then yes. Okay, no, I'm good.
Good.
Now.
Oh, you guys must not see that transaction because in the chat box on my side it says
I can see
600.
the last one.
Now it shows up to 60 for me. When you first said that, it did not show up. That's why I was like, That's the only reason I asked.
The gods have blessed me. The bank has made an error in your favor. Like $200.
The DM has made one error in their favor.
This error is on your life.
Well, they're all checking out though. I want to go look at these egg things that have not been destroyed.
Make an investigation check.
Wait, wasn't one of them shot?
Mm-hmm. You get about 5-10 feet away from one, and the air around it feels really cold. Like really cold, almost like it's a giant ice cube. As you're inspecting it, are you going to look at the one that has like, it's the one that's closest to you, I'll show you. This one here got hit with a bullet and cracked. Is it the one you're going to look at?
I'll go look at that one first, just to like maybe see what's inside, and then I'm gonna make my way to the one just above it.
You kind of take a look. It's about 10 feet high, and it's huge. It's like, looks like a giant grimace, and there's a crack in the side and a small like bullet hole. Are you gonna like peel it away to get a better look inside of it, or are you just gonna try to? Because you can see there's some sort of movement in there.
Is the bullet hole like a location like I'm physically like able to look through or like reach? Okay.
Yeah, the angle at which he was shooting, it's going to be kind of around your head level.
If I'm capable to look through it, I want to look through it. If I'm not, I'm gonna pull my crowbar out and like try to like pry it in and like crack it a little bit more to
Yeah?
get a point to see it.
All right. Hell yeah, I'm here for this. Okay, so you take your crowbar and you pry a bit, and like the eggshell itself is pretty damn thin or thick. It's probably about like a good like inch thick, and it's made of like this hard material, and you kind of like pry a bit and crack it a bit more along the line that started to crack along it, and you see these scales kind of move around, and there's a little bit of like red blood in there, and now you've kind of disturbed it a bit more, and there's a bit more movement inside of it, and you see the eggs beginning to kind of crack more from where the bullet hole was, and your pressure on the crowbar.
Pulling the crowbar back, so you can like look around like like just slowly start. Am I able to discern like any more of what this thing is, like more of like a general like head shape or anything?
No. I mean, like the crack you made. I mean, like you can see there's like silver scales, and from what these creatures stated, seems to be a very, very, very large dragon egg, which is large for a dragon egg. Not sure how familiar everybody is, or probably what your reading is on such creatures, but these are massive. These are not common-sized dragon eggs. These are huge.
When you say huge, do you mean like bigger than us?
So this egg's about
Like-
10 feet tall.
Ooh.
It's huge. These eggs are huge.
What's the gravity like right now?
Oh, that's
It's normal gravity.
It's normal gravity on an asteroid.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would say
Um.
you asked that question in the open, and Silver, you would have the knowledge. You'd kind of explain like large objects have their own plane of gravity in the astral sea and in space, so it exerts itself on any smaller objects that most of the time, I should say, have what you'd consider like normal gravity.
Yeah, so out here in the
Mm-hmm.
astral sea, it's more of rounding than it is on maybe in one of the pocket universes. So, on a place like this asteroid here, it just kind of says that, well, it's the biggest thing, so it kind of has the same general gravity as it would be on maybe a different planet. Don't try to think about it too hard.
I guess it seems reasonable enough for
Mm-hmm.
a strange place like this.
Yay.
Well,
And
I
when you
guess
guys were on Saloon, much smaller celestial object, kind of the same natural gravity,
yeah.
and the gravity is the same kind of on the Tulip's Repose. Seems like the physics and the magics of the universe kind of just has that strange kind of like, hey, big things draw smaller things in.
Having checked this one out, Steve's gonna run up to this one up here. Is
Yeah,
that
you're gonna
tractor-
spend more time here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my inner gremlin is coming out.
Yeah.
He's gonna run up to this one. He's gonna stop next to it. He's gonna turn to look at everybody. He's just like, wait, guys, a really bad idea. Bring the boat. We need the boat.
I already like where your idea is going, even
I
though you're a
also
face stealer.
think I know what your idea is.
Yes, we're gonna raise a Durgan.
I know that that's for a lot, but bring the boat.
Going to get the boat.
And
Um,
I'll start like helping to like. You said they had a lot of ropes on like their little rowboat thing.
yeah.
I want to start getting it ready to like hoist that up on our
DM's
ship.
worst nightmare is unfolding right now.
That's gonna
I'm going to get the boat right now.
It's like,
Off the
there's
map.
there's not even like a discussion among any of you of like, is this a good idea or not? Everybody's just in. It's the
Yep.
best.
Yep.
we skip murder elbow. Drop this now.
We're just gonna like straight up
This dragon
take
is
this
gonna be
Tamagotchi with us.
my best friend.
Oh, we have a freaking Tamagotchi now.
100%. I got the boat. I'm bringing it back.
Freaking 10-foot tall Tamagotchi.
What's what is,
I don't know how to drive this bitch, but I brought it right into dock. Here we go.
what's your intelligence? Okay, +1. It moves slow and a bit wobbly and stuff, but you kind of hop on this little kind of skiff, essentially a skiff, and you kind of bring it over, and it's like.
I'm gonna shout.
And
I'm gonna shout down to Sieg. I'm gonna do a K-turn.
You're
leave the boat there.
He backs up into the other end, cracks it some more. Okay.
I'm gonna start backing it up towards him. Go. Tell me when.
Just leave the boat there. Leave the boat.
Tell me when.
Just make it not move anymore.
Tell me when.
Stop the boat, you dumbass.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so I'm going to need as much room as possible on the boat. It's very big.
Back up.
No, you get off the boat. Just get off the boat and move.
Pull forward.
See, guys, sort together.
Pulling forward. Dude.
I hate you, and I hate everything about you.
I'm gonna hop down. Oh wait, no. I need to throw the anchor over. Is there an anchoring system for these?
For those smaller boats? Nah.
No. Will it stay in place?
Can you
Yeah.
just
Okay, cool.
bring the boat down? I just
Oh
put the
yeah, there's
boat-
an anchor. You can just throw an anchor over and it'll stay. Yeah.
Backing up.
I need the boat down. Put the boat down.
Backing up.
See, for goddamn it, see, I will kill you. Put the boat down.
Let me. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna look at the controls. Man. I'm gonna push every button until it goes down.
It kind of like rests. It has this. We'll call it a skiff itself.
It all comes back to Destiny.
Has like built-in legs, so it can land in water or land. So you can actually rest it right on the surface.
Let's go.
Has he somehow manages to finally make this thing settle onto
It is
the
stopped,
surface?
so you might want to hurry up and do what you're doing.
I'm gonna go over to the edge and I'm gonna jump up on like the railing like an authentic pirate.
Roll since Z's taking so long to park this thing, and roll a d20 for me, Z.
13.
Okay. All right.
I am going to kind of have him jump down to give me an assist here. I'm going to throw a portion of my rope over to the other side. Grab the rope. I'm going to do something very possibly stupid.
Holding rope.
As he grabs a hold of the other side, I'm going to get a hold of the side I'm on. Just give it a little pressure, and I'm going to take a hand that is holding the rope and push it against the egg. And the other hand, I'm going to grab the necklace and attempt to use the magic to flip the gravity on the egg.
Yep. You got 6
I'd
seconds.
like to give him guidance.
As it kind of raises, okay, take it to the boat. And I'm just going to kind of like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna give a good hefty pull up.
Yep.
As it kind of gets on the boat, I'm gonna, if the magic is deactivated at that point, or if I need to, I'll just kind of cut it and just start fishing my rope back and tying it up. And
You got like 6 seconds. You get the boat close enough, you're able to kind of lift it up and like, kind of give it a push to kind of lands in the back of this boat, which is now like kind of like starting to kind of like sink into the base of this asteroid, just the dirt. Like, hear a little bit of creaking, but.
Okay, take the boat out and send it to the bigger boat.
Backing up.
Okay.
As she starts leaving, I'm just gonna like this thing I stolen.
See, roll a d20.
Oh wait, does anybody else need to ride?
You're already gone. You're already gone. That other egg that's cracked, the top comes off, and this kind of, it's a large baby dragon, but kind of puts its hands up, and its features are.
This thing's about to be cute AF.
Very strange to you. There's kind of circular red eyes, and now that it's kind of come out in the shell, it's not silver scales, but it's white scales, and it's got like these not spikes or horns, but there's these, I guess they're kind of more spikes that run along its kind of small neck, and it's got like a kind of more of a wider face and more of like a very thin jaw compared to like what you'd normally see from traditional like dragons, where they have like a wide kind of rounded crocodile-like face, I guess you can call it. This has a more jaunt, tight, kind of more rounder face and more of like beak-like features for its mouth and jaw, and it's got like these two kind of little horns that are the same kind of white, and these kind of like pink wings that are kind of like stretching out, and it's like and it kind of like looks down at you, and let's see, what is he gonna do? We'll go for it. Okay. He just kind of like cracks his neck, kind of comes out of the egg, and kind of like looks at you sideways, and just kind of closes his eyes and kind of like begins to doze off, and then just lays on the asteroid and just kind of like folds up its wings and just kind of goes to sleep. And as he's breathing, you can like it's a rather large creature. This is probably like head to tail 20 feet long right now as a baby, and you can feel the breath as it's breathing and sleeping. It's just ice fucking cold, and it's like, okay, might want to take this universe telling you to move along.
I might want to set up camp here for the night.
I'm
Wa-
turning
watching this.
the boat around. Bring it the boat. Get it on the boat. Get it on the boat.
Watching this whole fucking clear, Sieg is gonna like just like finish slowly pulling his rope up and just kind of like stand there as it emerges, and he's just gonna like dinosaur logic. If I don't move, it can't see me.
I'm back. I'm back with the boat.
As it lays down, he's gonna like slowly like tiptoe away, and then just full on Jack Sparrow run across the fucking moon like.
Sieg, what are you doing? Get the dragon. Get it on the boat.
Like a dragon.
Get it on the boat. Make
Oh,
it lightweight again. Come on.
We already have one.
I brought the boat. Well, let's trade it out.
No.
Let's trade it for the one that's working.
Yeah, I'd like to trade
The
my
one-
lemon, please.
You want to trade your egg for the one that couldn't boot properly. Oh shit, it didn't post.
Oh
Gotta
god.
pull a fucking ram. Are you guys headed back to the ship?
Oh, Sieg is just booking into the ship. Like he is just
On the
like,
boat.
Nope, 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 nope.
I'll toss the ladder over the side. Get on the boat.
No, I'm gone. Like
Yeah, but I'm bigger and faster than you.
You can see Sieg's running, and he's just like pretends you don't exist as you're kind of matching his speed, and you're like wobbling on your boat, dragging the ground a bit. It's like potentially harmful to Sieg as he's running, and you're trying to go by.
This was worth it.
But you bring the skiff, and there's the deck of Tulip's Repose. The tree itself is kind of centered in the middle of the ship, and the front portion of the deck is rather barren. There's like one kind of functional mast that's only really used in instances where you'd go to a world where you'd dock this ship in water, and you might use this ship in water, like it's in an intended purpose. But there's plenty of space in the front where you can park this skiff and just, because the skiff's probably about 40 feet head to tail. It's a decent size. It's got kind of like a covered back, like almost like a covered wagon, and that's kind of where you guys the egg into. But North goes, pull the ladder up, Delilah. She kind of pulling the ladder up as you guys are up there, and he's like, so, what the fuck is that?
That is my new pet.
I believe you mean our new pet.
This was my idea.
I
I'm
don't
the one that
care.
picked it up.
This is a democracy.
It was a group effort, I'd say.
Yeah,
Also,
100%.
North, did you happen to see what was going on there? Or not
You asked
really?
North that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked over the edge of the ship. It looked like a lot happened down there.
Yes, well, we tried to speak to them, and they weren't having it, and now they teleported away, I guess.
Well, I could hear once he said Githyanki. I was like, well, good thing they didn't kill you. They're
And,
fucking
well, they
ruthless.
must have wanted these dragon eggs, or whatever they are, eggs, for something.
From the looks of that one down there, it looks like a dragon egg. Looks to be like a lunar dragon.
Well, guess what? We have a pet one now.
He kind of like rubs the bridge of his nose, and he's like, I'm telling you this once. If there are problems, I'm throwing it overboard.
No.
Now we need to get the fuck out of here because that one hatched. Mother's probably on its way.
Oh.
Ooh,
We need
that's
to
a good
go
point.
now.
Right.
So you said the problems. Like, what kind of problems are we referring to?
I feel like I don't need to explain what a problem is with a dragon to you.
I mean, we can discuss these on the way through this.
If he breaks my ship, hurts one of the crewmates, hurts an innocent, it's done. Understood.
Yes.
All right, great. He kind of like slaps the side of the railing on the boat, and Tulip's Repose begins to take off. You guys continue to travel for a while. You eventually kind of come up to the point where you can kind of see something in the distance. Keeping track of time and stuff is tough in the Astral Sea, but if you know where you're headed as a spelljammer, you're able to get there pretty damn efficiently. It's just the nature of this plane is it's all fueled by thought. You kind of spy, and like Silver, you kind of spy it yourself. You kind of see it. It's a large kind of entity that's kind of just coasting in the sky. And you can see there's objects kind of skittering about above it, and you kind of get closer and closer, and you see this must be Shu Shang. A very, very large kind of, like, I can't even explain to you the proportions of it, because it just seems unimaginably large. And as you get closer, you notice that the back of the turtle where the shell is, where did I put that? Under this? Fuck, where'd it go? Hold on. Un momento. I have it here. The back of the shell has parts where it looks like it's hard, but then you see there's like grass and foliage, and then a part of the shell is like missing, and it looks like water, like there's sea. Looks like part of it's just completely just it looks like you cut a world in half and just put it on the back of this this massive tortoise's shell. And it kind of looks like this, not really super duper fancy, but this kind of entity is just kind of coasting along, and North says, she's a beaut, isn't she? Well, we better go find that city. And that's what we'll pick up next week with the Tulip's Repose docking into the city known as Twice on the back of Shu Shang, which is this massive tortoise.
That's such a cool image.
Whoa.
All right. Well, good to see everybody. Like normal.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Excellent session. Like normal, Tim.
We got a dragon.
Oh, we do have a dragon. We have a pet dragon. Successfully stole a dragon.
So if you got like a black bear or a brown bear that was much bigger than you, is it still considered your pet or more of a companion?
Yeah, I think
Maybe
we're in
like a
trouble.
companion.
I am
Depends on how
hoping.
you raise it.
I
I'm
can tell you we're
hoping
in
that
trouble.
my speak with animals spell.
I
Ooh.
also have a speak with animals spell.
And I think
We're gonna
I
train
can
it so well.
change out my spells every day. I also have animal friendship that I could take.
We're gonna train this thing so well, and it's gonna be our companion, and we're going to trust each other, and it's gonna be beautiful.
And
I know
so one of you guys are gonna.
Sounds a lot like Oberon gonna be doing all this.
It sounds
Excuse
like,
the heck out of you.
It's like somebody's character is gonna die, and then you're just gonna assume the personality of this dragon. This is who you're gonna play for the rest of the campaign. I can see it.
What?
Somebody's gonna make a dumb.
She's getting eaten. Here we go. I'm gonna be a dragon. Fuck you. I have the wings. I make the whoosh noise.
But yeah, so excellent session. Very, very fun. A lot going on. Plenty to kind of dig into for this next kind of section of like a good kind of sortie for you guys to kind of figure out and
Very excited to see
tackle.
where it goes.
So
Very
plenty on the
excited.
horizon.
Let's go.
All right. Well, like normal, we'll be back for next week, same time, same place. Just a heads up to everybody, I will be leaving July 18th to go to Tennessee for about 3 weeks for a job trip. So I don't believe we'll be streaming those 3 weeks, but I will be able to join in, um, via mobile. So
Dope.
we will have sessions for those 3 weeks
Yeah.
that I'm there, but they will not be streamed. So apologies. The week of the 18th to the week of August 3rd, we will not be streaming.
Yeah, I could probably figure something out to do at least the audio only and just throw up like
Oh, okay.
images just for the sake of Magnus.
Take a brevity.
Yep.
All right. Very cool. Well, like I said, next week we'll be here 6:30 normal time. And until then, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
There you go.
I'm gonna go yell at some kids. Hold on, be right back.